Our next guest is a Geordie juggernaut of comedy who's been making audiences laugh since... I didn't write this, Ross. I'll start again. Our next guest is a Geordie juggernaut of comedy who's been making audiences laugh since he was 15. His latest talk, Cranium of Curiosities, continues this Sunday. So please welcome the funniest thing to come out of Newcastle since the sausage roll swing at the Greggs in Primark. It's Ross Noble!
Can I just say, Tilly did an incredible intro there. She did a great job.
Yeah.
Because literally seconds before I walked out, she made a massive faux pas, and now she's incredibly embarrassed.
Okay.
She didn't. No, she didn't at all. She was saying there was hardly anyone in the corridor.
Right.
And she went, oh, there's no one around here. There was loads for James, and I went, none taken.
Yeah, none taken whatsoever.
None taken at all. She went, oh God.
But
so
you know,
bless you.
I mean, there's lots of people in James anyway, so they sort of take their own gang with them. Okay,
But
well,
anyway,
let's hopefully make up for that. All right, okay,
she was great. She's fantastic, and I love her. And she's going to spend the rest of the day going, this is great, isn't it?
What do you think?
I love it.
Yeah,
it's really.
Well, you're very welcome, Ross.
Yeah.
We couldn't wait to get you sitting there.
You know what? You know what's great about this? Do you know about this? There's this place in, I think it's the Netherlands, where it's an old folks home. And just wait. Do you know about this place?
No, but I like it already.
So there's this old folks home, and it's and then the old
You're
people
getting
come in.
your own back for the intro now, is that what you're doing?
No. But what I'm saying is, you need to keep this right when when it updates.
Yes.
You got to keep this because this place in the Netherlands, and what they do is they've set it up as a village.
Right.
And when people get the dementia, they've got like bus stops and shops, and they can go around and people play along, and it helps them. So you keep this for your old age. You set it up in your house, and then we can all come round and you can pretend.
Hang on a minute, Ross. What do you think I'm doing?
Oh, is that?
This is it.
Because nobody told him.
Yeah.
Oh God, no.
It's called Reminiscence therapy.
Right. Okay.
And we were talking about it last week because Chris Hemsworth has written this. Not written.
Oh yeah.
He's filmed that brilliant,
his
Road
dad.
Trip to Remember.
Yeah.
And what they do is they go back to where their family home, and the film company have restaged it from photographs to do exactly what
Right.
you're saying.
Okay.
It's fascinating, isn't it?
Yeah. So this
cool.
is
This is what we're doing.
I mean, it's a bit worrying though, because you're now a super fit guy.
Not worrying for me.
Yeah, but you're off the booze and all the rest of it. You're not worried that you'll just walk in here and you'll flash back to 96 and go.
No, that's the general idea.
Yeah,
that's a general idea.
You're trying to get back
I'm just
into
seeing if it will happen. So far, not really. Talking of Australia, talking of Chris Hemsworth, you infamously, whatever, live in Australia now.
Well, I don't. Well, the thing is, I do, but we're moving back.
Right, because you've done that before.
Yeah.
So now I've written it down. You used to live in Mount Eliza, and I had a look at it. It's absolutely beautiful. Yeah. And then you moved from there to Mornington Peninsula, which is even more beautiful.
Yeah. And now my kids have decided that turns out history and culture is what they want.
It's what they want.
We're coming back.
Now
this is great, by the way.
Can you sign this in a bit?
Yeah, this like that. I love it.
Yeah,
it
does help massively.
Yeah, that's really good.
Mornington Peninsula. So Mount Eliza is sort of in a cove, and Mornington Peninsula is on the coast, isn't it?
So you've got Melbourne, and then there's the peninsula goes right the way down, and at the bottom of it, there's a place. Have you heard about the fairy penguins?
No, I've seen a thing with a wooden bridge over onto the end of where it's sort of mini mounds and things like that.
Mini mounds?
Mini mounds.
Mini mounds?
Yeah.
Mini Mouse's knockoff. Like you go to a shop and you just go, did you get me a Mini Mouse?
Mini Mouse,
No, I got you a Mini Mouse. Some disappointed kid at Christmas. It's just a piece of dirt with ears on.
Sorry.
There's they're fairy penguins.
That was you doing your thing, wasn't it?
What?
That's what you do for a living. What you just did then.
No, that's what I do when people happen to come and see it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So you just go off and the whole... How did you just do that?
What do you mean, how did I do it? You said Minnie Mouse.
Yeah, but then you got this less than 30 seconds. We're in a souvenir shop selling kids mounds of dirt.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, right, so I'll get back to the penguins in a minute.
And this is also what you do.
This
is what he does on tour.
So
and then by the end of the gig, the audience are begging him to finish the story he started 2 hours ago, but forgot forgot about.
Begging to open the doors.
No.
Unlock
Sorry.
You know, it's funny actually, because before when you were talking about the fishing thing.
Yeah.
For years I've gone, how do you explain what I do? And you go, that's it. It's that. Anyway, so you know when you say an ice cream van, right? Stick with it.
You currently have 5 stories going on.
You're the one that started this.
Yeah.
So no, you know when you say an ice cream van and they have the knockoff Disney. You know, they'll have like a sort of or on the waltzers, you know, where they paint the stuff.
A suggestion of.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And all I'm saying is that we could corner the market with rubber mounds, because it's never been.
No, I got it. I got it first time.
Yeah.
Cool.
Excellent. The trouble is, though, you have a mini mound, people are going to want a big mound.
Yeah, of course, it's always the way.
That's the trouble.
Super size.
But that's the way we go to the Welsh tourist board, and we sell the mountains as massive mounds.
Okay.
And then that way, kids aren't interested in exercise, but you go, would you like to climb a massive mound?
Exactly.
There we go.
Now, where were we?
So, Mornington Peninsula.
This is the best ad ever for your tour, because this is what you do. Cranium of Curiosities is what we're selling. Cranium of Curiosities, rossnoble.com. We'll go back to the peninsula in a bit, right? You've got me doing what you're doing now.
Yeah.
The way you put together your tours, you said about this tour, it says here, what the show will be is anybody's guess, but that's all part of the fun. When you look inside his Cranium of Curiosities, the roar of the crowd and the call of the motorway services sausage roll department will get us on. It'll all be fine. Yeah. And you have also said in the past that your tour material at most is like 4 words on a scrap piece of paper.
Yeah.
But you do have some set topics sometimes.
Well, what I'll do is I'll go on, and then something will occur to me, or there'll be something happening in the daytime, and I'll go, I'll talk about that. And then I forget, and then while I'm on there, fishing, seeing who's in, and then I'll come up with an idea, and I'll follow that and see where it goes.
Right.
And then afterwards, I'll come off and I'll turn to my tour manager and go, what was that thing that was about the thing? And then we can never remember.
Right.
And some people go, why don't you record it? And then you go, because that spoils it. And then I'll sort of you go, well, it was sort of that thing. And then the next night, it's that thing, you go, well, that sort of, and then it just kind of, you're just sort of seeing seeing where it goes.
I love it.
But also, I just get very bored.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, no, easily distracted.
Yeah.
I know that's hard to believe.
No,
But no, I get distracted, so it's that thing of like, I'll have a thing that'll happen to me. I go, that's a good story. Yeah. And I tell it, and then halfway through, I go off on one, and sometimes, I've had it before where I'll be in a town centre, I'll be just, have me breakfast, I'll go out for a walk or whatever, and people will come up to me and go, I was at the show last night, you started talking about this thing and you never finished. So I've actually finished stories in the street.
Finished gigs.
Just literally going, and then this thing happened, and then...
I'll be finishing tonight's gig tomorrow in the high street.
Yeah, exactly.
That kind of thing.
But the penguins, you've got to go and see the Mornington Peninsula fairy penguins.
Yeah.
They're the size of a milk bottle, and you sit on the beach, and the waves crash on the beach, and just a tiny little penguin about that big, just that big. That's like that, and they come up on there.
So that's the size. That's the actual size.
That's a penguin measuring device.
As a penguin.
The like when it says you must be this high to ride, they have one of these, and if the penguins are that size, and then he just
must be this high to be a penguin.
Exactly, and they're tiny little penguins, and then 3 or 4 will come. And then the next wave, like hundreds of these tiny penguins, and they walk up the beach, and then you can see them go into their burrows and stuff.
And there are beach huts there.
Yeah.
They're sort of like we have, but bigger and more colourful.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Not for the penguins.
No.
They'd be big penguins.
Yeah. Did you enjoy a beach? Did you have a beach hut? Do you have a beach hut?
I don't have a beach hut.
Oh, you've got to get a beach hut, haven't you?
A seaside shed.
Come on, man.
Yeah. Well, no, not anymore, because like I say, we're moving back, so... Yeah.
Okay, and that part of the tour is people heckle you, and you encourage it because it makes up, it helps you out. Do people know to heckle you usefully?
You know what? You say heckling, I'll talk to people and we'll have a conversation.
Right, so it's different.
So it's not sort of... But you know what's happened? There's a sort, which is a bit of a shame, is there's this sort of like culture of roasting, There's these, and there's a lot of it on sort of Instagram and stuff. People kind of go, you, and then, and I hate all that.
Yeah.
And what's happened is some audiences, they're fine when they come to me, but some audiences, they sat there and they're really terrified because they're just thinking, oh my God, what if he's mean?
Yeah.
And I have no interest. No interest in doing that. I want to meet people. I want them to, I want them to be. It's got to be. the whole thing has got to be about that night. You know what I mean? That's where it lives.
Yeah, and everybody gets built up, and everybody goes away constructed as opposed to destructed.
Exactly, you're part of something. And especially now, like the fact that so many people disconnected, and it's all, people are in their own little sort of echo chambers online. And, and it's
live.
Just to be...
But that's why live's gone massive, hasn't it? You know, James is smashing it again. Well, they've always smashed it.
Yeah.
How long do you like that band for? Because didn't you do a tour yourself called the Sit Down tour?
Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah.
I thought you did.
I just went...
And the team looked at me as if I'd gone mad, which obviously...
Yeah.
Understandable.
That was a thing...
What was your sit-down tour?
Well, that was... I did this thing where I travelled around Britain on a motorbike, just taking, when Twitter first started, before it was a cesspool, it was like, no, but it's just that, I was thinking of it, so we did this thing where...
very concise way of summing
No, but it is, isn't it? It's that thing of like, so we would take tweets, I would just tweet out, and I would say, it wasn't stand-up to, I'd just say, where are you, what you doing? And I used to just turn up at people's houses, and we ended up meeting Bob Carroll G's and Spit the Dog in a candle shop in Chester. And I did that, and we put it online, we called it the Sit-Down Tour. And then Dave saw it online, and then we made it into a TV show, like a proper TV show. And I was thinking about it the other day, and you go, imagine, one, if you pitch that idea as a TV show now, and two, what would it be like? Like back then, Twitter was just like, hey, I'm doing this, and come and I've got a bag of custard. What do you want to do?
We're going to kill you.
Exactly. Yeah. You just travel around the country, just basically.
Could you do that in Australia?
No, you couldn't, because somebody would go, hey, I'm in Perth and I want to do this, and you go, oh, that's going to take us 5 days to get
12,000 miles away.
Unless you had you could probably do it in a helicopter.
Did you auction that motorbike off from that show?
Yes, I did.
Charity.
Yeah.
It was lovely.
It was the 500th. It was the 500th triumph. Off the production line.
Beautiful.
So after we did that, we auctioned it off. And
nice sounds. So motorbike's still featuring, cars still featuring. Are you still juggling? Because we have two.
I mean, they're very...
No, they're too heavy.
They're very heavy.
Tell everyone...
I could probably get that.
He's still got it, hasn't he? You can tell the way... Why did you giggle when I said... I know why, but why did you giggle when I said, are you still juggling?
Just because it's weird that, like, I try and keep my juggling a
Look at that! All right! Okay.
Oh, he juggles with a Ferrari. I used to... when I was a kid, I was obsessed with juggling, and that's how I got into stand-up. I used to do street shows when I was a kid.
That.
And it was... Tilly's nodding.
Yeah. Tilly's back. All right.
There we go. There we go.
There you go. That's not a problem.
You can do that.
Oh! Never leaves you, does it?
Yeah.
Wow. Great.
Yeah.
That is so cool, isn't it? That's not a mic drop, that's an apple drop. That is so cool.
I do apologise.
No, you're very welcome. We'll clean it up later.
Haven't juggled in years.
But this was all part of you getting on stage, and and this whole dyslexia diagnosis that you got, which you didn't know at the time, may have been the best thing that ever happened to you.
Quite possibly.
You were diagnosed early, and you got on stage, and just tell us a bit about that.
Yeah. So I was 11, and I used to put my hand up. So they never noticed that I never wrote anything down, and so they went, oh, he's probably not thick, and then they found out, and that was that point that I just went. They kept going, oh, you got to do your exams, because if you don't get those exams, you're not going to get a good job. Turns out that's not true.
No, it's done all right, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay. So if there's any kids watching this, don't study.
It's not learning difficulties. It's learning differences, isn't it? That's the thing.
But you just sort of, I went off and did that, and then I was juggling, and then I won tickets to see a comedy show, and I was watching it. I just went, you can just talk. Because it was that thing of the very thing I was getting in trouble for, as you can tell. Yeah. It could have been considered.
You are so funny. I mean, this is who you are, isn't it, all the time? Because other people have to switch it on and they have to write sets and that, but you sort of don't.
But the problem is, though...
You still work really hard. I know you work really hard.
But if I didn't have an audience, I would be that bloke outside a station, just shouting at people, just passers by. And you say about the juggling, like, I hadn't juggled in years, and then my youngest daughter... She just literally one day I saw her, she was mucking about with the.
Oh,
and I just went. I said, "Do you know I can show you to, and she went, can you? And then I was like, right, okay. And then the next thing you know, I'm online. I'd ordered clubs, I'd ordered fires. Yeah, we're back.
That must have been a moment though when you could actually. That's like saying, yeah, I was in the Beatles. Actually, I've just never told you that kind of thing.
It's not quite that.
No, I know, but I mean, in my head, it's like, yeah, one day, that must have been. What was her reaction? Was it like, wow?
Well, she'd seen me like throwing stuff around. Okay. But the fact that I went, you just do that, and then you do that.
Do all jugglers also unicycle? Is that a thing?
Ooh, that's a good...
Do you unicycle?
I do.
See, I'm sure you have. It's like the yin and yang.
Yeah, but I think what happens is
I didn't know you unicycle.
Did you not?
No.
I used to unicycle to school.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I knew that.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's one of those things where, like, if anybody who went to school with me has ever asked about me, they always just unicycle to school.
Unicycle kid.
And you know what? It's one of those things where growing up in the Northeast, unicycling to school, it does somewhat paint a target on your back. You know that thing if you just sort of go, kids are trying to fit in, and I just didn't care.
That's Ross.
In fact,
yeah, he's not studying.
Yeah, he's not going to A levels.
No,
but we got sort of.
Do you juggle first or do you unicycle first?
Juggle first.
Yeah, that's the way it goes.
Well, for me, I started off with... Do you remember you used to have those plastic things that you poured the liquid detergent in and you'd put them in the...
the balls,
So I started with those, moved on to tennis balls, and then I would go and do the street shows.
Yeah.
And back then, people had cash. So you'd put the bucket out
and
you'd make like 100 quid.
And they'd love it.
And then I used that to buy the unicycle.
Yeah.
But me and my mate, we wanted, the giraffe unicycles, the big tall ones.
Yes.
They've got the chain.
Is that what they're called?
Right, giraffe unicycle.
Wow.
Yeah.
Didn't know.
And we really wanted to get one of those, but they were proper expensive.
Yeah.
So his dad worked at the shipyards, right? So what we did was we got an old grifter, a rally grifter, and we got him to modify the bottom and the frame.
Yeah.
And he literally welded from a rally grifter.
How dangerous was it?
It was the most dangerous thing on the planet. It was, imagine like the heaviest scaffolding post, because the thing about the giraffe unicycles, they're quite light, and they're meant to be for...
Grifters were not the lightest
they
bike in the
were heavy, and they had like a triangle thing at the bottom, and it was industrially welded, and the seat didn't have the proper seat on it. But it was great.
Yeah.
It was like it
looked like a unicycle. It could have killed you, but it didn't. And you're here today.
Exactly. Thanks to British engineering.
Yeah, come on.
At its best. Yes.
Can you do me a favour before you go?
Oh God, what?
Can you tell the story about the coolest thing anybody ever said to you about Aberdeen? Do you remember?
Oh, what with the with the thing? Yes. So I did a show. Like now it's just a thing, how they broadcast into cinemas, they do when it first started, they had done Formula 1 and I think they'd maybe done like U2 maybe.
Yeah.
And they obviously went, we need somebody who's prepared to risk his career looking like an idiot. So I did a show at Liverpool Empire, which was then beamed live into all of the cinemas around Britain. So, so did that. And then, so I'm on stage, so it was live. And it was proper exciting because because I had the cameras, I said, if anybody's in a cinema anywhere in the country, and I got a guy's phone, I went, ring this number. So there was people ringing in, like, we're in Brighton. It was brilliant. And then I walk off stage, and it's the coolest thing that's ever happened to me in my entire career. I walk straight off stage, I go out the back door, and we got this massive, like all the broadcast trucks out the back, and I walk in, there's a full control room. You could do it on Zoom now, but like I walked in, and I just went, did it work? And he went, it did work, but we lost Aberdeen.
All right. Since then, Aberdeen has been found.
Yes, exactly.
Ross, thanks for coming in, man.
Always a pleasure.
Talk to you forever, literally forever, and you could talk forever anyway.
Well,
that'd be great. It's what you do for a living. You do it so well. Tickets available now via rossnoble.com for this brand new Cranium of Curiosity tour, which is ongoing, isn't it? So
yes.
You're rocking already. Continues this Sunday in Norwich and concludes on Sunday, 22nd of March in Bristol. Loads of dates available. There they all are. If you're watching this, just press pause now. And you got it. All right, let's hear it for Ross Noble. Yeah!